Hi, this is our 6th video in our Worship at Home series, and I'm Kathy Emmons. In my previous videos in this series, which you can find on the church's Facebook page or on Bellefield's YouTube channel, I first sketched out the meaning of Eastertide and then each week recommended musical performances to enrich your at-home worship. For each week, I've recommended different styles of music than what we practiced in worship at Bellefield, and that's been intentional. Oftentimes, we come to associate just one style of music as real worship music, either because it's the only style we listen to, or it's the only style we like, or because it's the only kind of music that passes our approved music test for worship. My goal for this series was to have the Bellefield family listen to unfamiliar music in varied settings so that we can more readily appreciate the breadth of worship music that's available to us. Now, it can be challenging to see a style of music we don't like as worship, but I think it's an important step because each genre of music has pluses and minuses. There are musical shortcomings and theological weaknesses we won't even notice if we never climb out of our little tiny worship subculture. There's more to worship music than the K-Love Top 20. So, what's most important? It seems obvious, but if we want to worship God in spirit and truth, we have to stick to the truth. So whatever the style, find music for your personal worship that tells us the same thing that the Scripture tells us. And as you do, recognize that the music we choose usually only speaks part of the truth, which is how a varied musical diet can really help us. Let's use contemporary worship music as an example because it speaks a part of the truth. There's a lot of emotion there, and it's intensely personal. It can provide an intimate, individual connection, and that's important at times. But there's little attention given to God's judgment or His desire for justice. There are few songs of lament, and musically, it's formulaic. But we listened to Johnny Cash last week, and his music is full of lament, and he sings about justice all the time. Let's talk about hymns. It's something that we're familiar with at Bellefield. Hymns also speak a part of the truth, and they're classics for a reason. The lyrical content of hymns is so rich, and the melodies so beautiful that they're classics of church music and even cornerstones of Western culture. But every hymn isn't great, and sometimes the content is too much. There are too many words and not enough time to contemplate the words that we're singing. But we listened to the Sunday Service Collective a few weeks ago, gospel music, and gospel gives us that space to contemplate. The words are more repetitive, so by the 10th time you've sung, "O Lord, how excellent is thy name," you're finally starting to mean it. Here's the point. Many of us are stuck at home, and through the internet we have access to a tremendous cross-section of worship music online. So take advantage of it. Dig deep. Vary your musical diet and search for performers who know Jesus and will reveal a part of Him that you never knew before. Open yourself up to all kinds of music. Even stretch yourself. Listen to stuff that you don't like, because you never know what you might end up liking, and it's so good to be surprised by God in a song or a genre that you didn't expect. Eastertide is the season of rejoicing, and He's given us so much music to enjoy Him with. If you've found something you like, I'd love to hear about it. Or if you want to discuss in greater depth any of the music I've posted, I'm up for that too. Reach out in the comments section and I'll get in touch with you. It's the last week of Easter. Delight yourself in Jesus, who is alive. See you next time, Bellefield.